Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Space Haven, where last week we made a start on building our own new ship. We've got a little bit of a basic setup sorted. We've got an airlock, we've got some storage and a little bit of life support and power. So that's some good stuff. Somebody is dealing with a high body temperature. Oh yes, you're busy processing all of the ice into water, aren't you? So these machines do put out quite a bit of heat. It does make everybody a little uncomfortable when they're working the machinery. But otherwise, I think things are going okay. We need to put in some colonist beds and a toilet. Yeah. So what I want to do for that is I want to extend the hull forward from about here. Let me just bring this over, use about 7.5 blocks, I think. Hopefully we've got enough. If not, we can always make more. I want to load up the electronic refinery to make some electronics, because these computer chips are going to be needed. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will load up and use up all of the raw chemicals that we have. And then we'll have leftover noble metals that we can use for making advanced blocks and more hull blocks. So we want to speed things up a little bit, let everybody get busy with their work. I'm hoping we might have enough hull blocks to get this little bit finished. But even after that, I want to put another extension on to sort out some sleeping quarters for everybody, a little bit of a bunk room with a lavatory attached. Most of these little pod hangars have got some hull blocks in them, so hopefully there should be enough supply to get things finished. Scylla cannot sleep for some reason. Okay. Again, somebody that just worked themselves to unconsciousness. So sure, yeah, that's reasonable, it's sensible. But there we go, that's going to be a nice extension onto our central hull. I want to try and plan this out in a way that makes sense, so now that we've got that finished, I want to build some more hull out on this side that we can put a little bunk room in. So there's another little bit of extension there, just to bring some space out. We're going to have to put some walls in along this section and figure out what we want to do with walls elsewhere. Oh, everybody's gone to bed. Okay. I'll wait for him to wake up. I think we are running out of... Yeah, I think we've run out of hull blocks. So we need to get some construction of those underway. Let's queue up a couple of hull blocks. We'll queue up 4 sets of... We'll queue up 20 hull blocks, because that's going to sort us out quite nicely for quite a while. Oh, I think we had just enough to get things finished. Unless some hull blocks got made. No, they didn't. We just were lucky enough to have enough hull blocks available to get this last little bit finished. So that's good. Oh, damn, the bloody machine's broken. This happens. A bit of a bugger. But there we go, we got this stuff sorted. So we need to start putting some walls in so that we can get things cordoned off. Nope. Get the right rotation button. Thank you. There we go. Now, how do I want to lay out this room? We need some furniture, we need beds. So I think I'm just going to put things along here like that. Then I'm going to want another little extension out on this side so that I can put like a little private bathroom, because the one we've got here has got a little private room. I want to know, how do you get different floor tiles? That's not something I've come across. I've not figured out how to get different floor types, or different types of floor tile. It is strange. I don't know where that comes in. So it'd be nice to make the place look a little different from room to room. But how big is the little lavatory unit? It's a 2x2 unit. So we're not going to need a huge room for this. In fact, I think we could just put a little bit more of an extension across here. Have a little 2x3, so we've got room for a door, I think. Actually, let's just get it to match that, because I might be bringing my wall a little further up so that there's more space in this main area. But for that, obviously, we need to wait for everybody to fucking wake up. Oh, brilliant, we do actually have some hole blocks. Nice. Okie doke. So, I want to put a... That's going to come under facility, I think. Yes, X1 toilet. We want to put you in here. I want to put some walls down that side. Let's stick a door in that space there. And then I'm going to put walls along there as well, with another door. So we can close all of this off, and I would like to put a... oh, I can't put that in yet because I don't have the... What do I not have? I've not got something. The walls aren't in place. That's what I'm trying to find. I'm also going to want to put another power node over this way. That's just... That perfectly tiles up with the one that we've got on this side as well, so that's bloody fantastic. This is going to give everybody a lot of stuff to do. But we've got that wall in place as well now, so we can get another thermal regulator in. Keep things nice and toasty for everybody. You don't want to be going to bed in a cold bedroom. Nobody wants that. Our water supplies are going up nicely. We're up to 54 units of water. And we've still got 6 ice blocks that we need to get rid of and process, so I think our water supplies are going to be fine. I do need to keep doing more with the metals and the electronics and stuff, but we do have somebody who's working on the electronics, which is great. We've got more supplies for construction coming in over this side as well. It's a grand old time. I'm hoping that we might be able to get the majority of the rest of this starship finished today. I don't think we're getting all of it done. I don't know if we'll be making our first hyperspace jumps. There's always going to be a potential. I would like to try and get that, but obviously there's no guarantees that we will be able to make that happen. Because obviously everybody's got to go off to bed, which does slow things down. Is anybody going to repair this bloody thing? Somebody broke the kitchen. There we go. Thank you for fixing. I certainly want to try and get the majority of everything all fixed up here. The main reason we're not likely to be pushing on too quickly is that I don't know if I'm going to be getting refineries and everything set up straight away with the new ship, so I want to make sure that I process all of the materials that we've salvaged from the asteroids before we move on. Obviously, if we get these refineries set up on our own ship, we can just do all that stuff on the move, but as it stands right now, we're not really in that position. Alright, so we need to link you up over there, and we now get power to everything in here, which is nice, so we should have a nice temperate atmosphere. Yes, it's all looking rather good. Okay, they still haven't finished building the toilet, however, so the next objective is not switching over just yet. Hooray! Right, what's next? What am I meant to be doing after the toilet? Equip my crew members. Oh, right, okay, so it's telling me to go do the exploration of a derelict, which I've already done. But alright, who is the best gunner out of everybody? You are no gunner whatsoever. You're a 3, Barry. Scylla's a 2, which I think doesn't really qualify her for doing very many things. Oh, is that maybe the issue that I was having with trying to board onto other ships? I was probably taking people over who weren't skilled enough for negotiation and that sort of thing. Oh, could that be where I was going wrong? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, well, Barry, you are my most qualified gunner, so you're going to go down here and going to go and grab yourself a gun. You get the shotgun, I guess. And Scylla, you're the next most qualified, I believe. So, I'm going to draft you up. I'm going to give you a pistol. And that will do it. I suppose the two of you need to... probably need to board this as well, don't you? So we need to go and send you to go check out a derelict, despite the fact that I've already checked out the derelict. Never mind, it's fine. I'm just doing this to get the objective out of the way. Oh! I haven't explored the derelict. I could have sworn I had. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Yeah, there were bugs. So we've got more resources that we can go about gathering from here, which is just bloody brilliant. These are eerie when you're wandering around them. I like it. Oh, bug! Kill it! Oh, Jesus Christ, they blew away half of the stuff on the bloody ship. Okay, there we go. I think you guys can get back to the ship. I'll tell you what, I'll take you off draft. And take that guy off draft, so... Right, let's have a look at salvage. What can we tear down? We can tear down bloody everything, I think. Except all of that. And then we've got some water, some energy sticks, space food, fruits, human meat. There's some electronics, basic and advanced blocks. That's not too bad. But I hope that you, Barry, don't get left over here all on your Todd. I don't want you to die. Right, now the next objective is to build a shuttle hangar and a mining pod hangar. So these little ones and one of these big fuckers. So I'm thinking I'm going to make my shuttle bay fairly central. Those come under airlocks, don't they? Yep. So we've got our shuttle hangar. Big bitch that it is. And we'll stick you... Yeah, well, I suppose we'll stick you there. I'd like to try and get 2 of these pods in as well. But I have a feeling for where I want to put them, I might need another hull extension. So, let's try and drag the hull out a little bit. Should have... Yeah, I've definitely got the blocks for it, so that's not a problem. But when we finish up the these little hangars, they're not going to come pre-equipped with shuttles or pods. What we can do is we can transfer these ones, we can requisition these ones from the space station when we finally decide to move. We can also like commission a new one, or we can build one from scratch from each hangar. But obviously that costs us resources. I think I was playing a game in my spare time when I was still trying to learn the mechanics, and I did a hyperspace jump when I think my main shuttle wasn't docked. So when we dropped out of hyperspace, it was gone. And I had to build one from scratch. It wasn't like a huge loss to my resources or anything, but it was just a bit of an inconvenience. And it was just like, oh, well, I've lost that one then, haven't I? So that should do nicely. I'm wondering if I can put another shuttle hangar right next to things there. Oh, I could. That could be fun if I ever need another one of those. Environmental condition, high body temperature. Mariella, you're still working our water refinement, which is getting there. Slowly whittling through that supply of ice. I appreciate that, I thank you. How's the salvage operation going? I think everything's all been dismantled. So I'm going to get everything from this, the MFS Carina. I want to send this over to our new ship. So we're going to issue salvage and transfer commands to all of that stuff. We're going to get it brought over to this starship. Mostly because we've just run out of power. The energy sticks can stay on in storage on this station. And everybody's just decided to fuck off for the night, I think. Is it break time? It's definitely break time. Right, we're nearly through our electronics production. The one thing that's a bit of a problem with this is, while we're going to run out of the raw chemicals, because there are orders queued up for this, when like the stock or the inventory of the machine itself starts to get low, it gets topped up with whatever resources is hitting the you know, the low stock threshold, or whatever you want to call it. So obviously the raw chemicals are just going to run out, but an additional full unit of noble metals gets loaded into the machine, and I don't know of any way to get it out of there. So now that this is completely done, it's not going to be making any more electronics, but there's a full unit of noble metals in the machine, and I don't know of a way to get those noble metals back out of the machine, because I can't use them for anything else now. I can't use them for making advanced blocks or hull blocks or anything along those lines, which is a mild frustration. It's nothing too bad, but obviously, you know, if we were doing this on our own ship, it wouldn't be a problem, because we just wait for more raw chemicals to come along, and we could make more of the electronics, which wouldn't be a huge issue. Nobody left over here, is there? No, that's good. Fortunately, there's an airlock here, so if people were to get left behind, they could go to the airlock to get more oxygen. There are some derelicts that don't have airlocks. You just have to get to them via holes in the hull. Which is incidents like those that I've had my crew members die, because they've just run out of oxygen and had nowhere to go, so they've just curled up into a ball and ceased to exist. The airlock storage here is now very full. Kinda need somebody to come over and start shifting all the storage around, don't we? And for somebody to power up the bloody core. That'd be handy. And so, I still don't get why they do. You're just running back and forth to put your spacesuit on and off. You won't put your thing down, and you're going to fall unconscious. What is wrong with you people? I don't understand you. I don't know if this is a bug or if it's... Okay, down she goes. Okay. Just realised we haven't got any lights along these walls here. We need some lights. Okay, I think we might be done with transfer of materials. So we're not 100% finished yet, but we really need you guys to get over here and start doing some work. Ah, fantastic. Good stuff. Alright, you'll come over when I issue construction orders for the wall. Oh, there we go, we start getting our pod now. Hooray! Do need to extend some power around, but it's not a huge issue just yet. There we go! Power! Ah, just what we want. So what I might do with this room would be turn this into the hydroponics bay that I want to build. I might not go quite so excessive with the these 5 ones. I don't know what I want to build with. Tell you what, yeah. I'm going to put those there. We're going to put this one in here. So we'll just have one bay, one series of beds for each, I think. We're going to need some lights in on the walls around it. Quite a lot of lights, I reckon. So I'm going to just make sure that this thing stays well illuminated. Right, power. We need to put some nodes in. I'll bring you down there, I reckon. Stick you on the other side. And that should cover the whole room. Ooh, our metal refinery has finished up with all the hull blocks. Good. How much of the noble metals have we got left? We've just got one unit. So... no. Yeah, we want to set up just 5 of the advanced blocks. And that will get rid of all of the noble metals that we have left. Then any just base metals that we have, we will just turn into basic blocks. So we've got enough materials that we can work with for making other machinery. But I rather like the way this is all looking at the moment. I think it's a nice, cozy little spaceship. We do have the shuttle bays that we need. We now need to build a hyperdrive and a bridge. So we're pushing on towards getting ready for our first hyperspace jump. But I'm not ready. Not ready by any means. I mean, not only have we got all of the rest of this refinement to do, other things to build over here, but we've also got all of the resources that we have on this station. We need to transfer over. We need to send all of that stuff over here, and I need to make sure that I've got enough storage for it. I've got a capacity for 250 over here, but this one is pretty much full anyway. So I might need to build another large storage just to make sure that I can store absolutely everything that we're going to be needing to take with us on our voyage. Things are starting to come together. We've got our first grow bed built. However, it's not powered and it's not like well illuminated or well illuminated. I don't know. So I'm not going to start issuing orders to get stuff grown just yet. But as soon as that little room's finished, we'll make a start on it. I do need to set up like a little kind of kitchen, crew relaxation area. This whole thing is potentially going to be subject to change as we get more resources and as we continue to grow. And we can just... I want to expand. I want to try and build a massive ship. So, you know, I want to try and get something that looks a little more interesting like this. You know, I want to have like a dedicated crew area that's all going to be living quarters and, you know, lavatories and a kitchen and bedrooms and everything along that line. I want to, like, kind of section off all of the kind of power generation and engineering and all that. Okay, I think this metal refinery is now out of noble metals. Yep, okay. Basic blocks. Get building. We are nearly finished with our water processing, so that's good. We've got 90 units of water up there. We've got another 4 over here on the Tice. So that's nice. I don't know where everybody is. Oh, okay. All over this way, for some reason. Floating about in space for some reason. Hope you're having a nice time out there, Riley. Well done. Not quite sure why none of them are coming over to build anything, because you're a constructor, aren't you? No, you're my negotiator, miner, pilot. Is it? Anson is one of my main constructors, and he's busy with... Yeah, Anson's my main constructor, and he's busy with the water processing at the moment, so... That will probably explain why nobody's building anything just yet. Right, come on, come on, come on, come on. Somebody go and do some stuff. Good. I'm not 100% sure on what each of the... Why do you insist on going to put on your spacesuit? Everything's fine here, you know. Is the oxygen enough? I think the oxygen's enough. But yes, thank you. Finally putting stuff in. That's what I like to see. I'll connect off that one, I guess. But there we go. We've got a nicely illuminated hydroponics bay. Everything's powered. Sweet. Alright, let's get a full bed of plants. This one can be artificial meat. And then this one can be for root vegetables. So that will do nicely. Now what do? I know my next task is to build the hyperdrive and the bridge. How much space have I got left for the hull? Quite a bit. I definitely want to put my bridge like all the way up at the front. That's going to be like the nose of the starship. Obviously, you know. And obviously hyperdrive engines are going to be going at the back. But I'm thinking about putting in a little bit of a kitchen and dining area as well, because the kitchen is going to mean that we can get a little bit more of an efficient use out of our food stuff. Yeah, the kitchen module will prepare better meals from raw food resource materials for your crew members. Place a table and chairs in the near vicinity to create a proper kitchen room. So yeah, it takes these artificial meat, fruit, vegetables. You can designate what stuff it uses, so it can use like monster meat and human meat for various different things. Each of them have got, each thing on this has got, or each food type has got different qualities to it of, like, you know, what it contains and how good it is for everybody. So there's proteins, carbs, fats, vitamins. Damn, monster meat has got a lot of protein in it. Human meat's got even more. Don't tell me you wouldn't eat that if you wanted them gains. So, to that end, I might make another little bit of a hull extension going along this way. It's fairly sizable. So we'll do things like that there. And then I'm going to bring another little extension out the front. And this will be for the bridge. Right up at the front. And we'll put a little bit of a corridor down there. In fact, we'll just extend that all out completely. Let's see why not. Oh, I have just had a thought. I hope I've got somebody who can actually do farming. That's going to be... Yes, I do. Okay, Riley is qualified for farming. Who else was... I saw somebody else around here. I don't know where they've gone. Oh, they jumped in the pod. We've got unreachable areas. Of course we do. We're still building out the hull, you blithering idiots. It will be reachable soon. I'm going to put some more walls in once all this stuff goes in. Yep, there we go. Okay, we're going to stick the kitchen up in this corner. Yeah, I'll pop it there, I think. I'm mostly going to leave this whole section relatively open, I think. Oh, brilliant, we're starting to get food growing. That's good stuff. It's exactly what we need. I want a power node over here. I want to stick a power node in here where the bridge is going to be as well. And then we're going to want to stick some furniture in so that everybody can get comfortable while they're sitting down to eat. But I want to get this stuff, there's kind of the basics of everything built in first. Everybody's having coffee breaks. How am I meant to get anything done with you people? We have had a shit ton of water get delivered over here. I think it might be all the food we're growing. Okay, I want to stick a door in this space as well. So close everything off, get everything all set up into rooms. Ooh, is that low temperature over there? Ooh, yeah, it is getting a little bit chilly, isn't it? I think we might need another thermal regulator. That's not a problem. Alright, life support, thermal regulator. We'll stick that... Oh, I can't stick that on the... It's weird that you can't build on these like little T-section parts of the wall. We'll stick that over this side, I guess. But yeah, that looks like it's getting a little bit chilly over there. -4, -6... Ooh, it's not quite the -273 that we've got outside, but it's still pretty nippy. Yeah, we want to try and keep things at a nice... oh, God. 50 degrees, 60? God, that core puts out a hell of a lot of heat, doesn't it? Well, it seems we've finally managed to get all of the ice transformed into water. So we're finally done there. That's some good news. We're wrapping up on the last of this little construction. The bridge module is just going in. I decided to go for the nice big one on this one. I thought it looked good. And we're putting in a last little bit of like kind of furniture to go in for our little kitchen area. But I think with getting that sort of stuff wrapped up and finished up, I'm going to wrap this episode up here, I think. So dial the speed down, let everybody just kind of chill for the time being. We're nearly done here. No path found. Where are you trying to get? I don't quite know what you're trying to do there, Scylla, so who knows? Are you trying to get back to your ship? Maybe. But for now, I think this will do. We managed to really improve the size and shape of this little starship. We've still got to put the hyperdrive on, so we'll be doing that in the next episode. And hopefully maybe getting some of the refineries built in. I'd like to get a bit of a processing room in place. But otherwise, next episode we're going to be finishing up our ship, and we are going to be transferring resources over and making our first hyperspace jump, I hope. So we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed it'll all go according to plan. But for now, I'm going to wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays or metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Jeez, no. Oh. Fuck, we both went.